All right, folks. So some people upset, about the atheists that, and they want to believe in a God because they think with God they have purpose and meaning, that, that God created them for a reason. So I'm going to give you purpose and meaning without a God. So think about it this way. Think about living now, right? And then we found out, the sun, solar flare create the origin of life, right? Through processes. Okay, think about that. Okay, how we came to be. And then think about many years, perhaps even finding an alien microbe, perhaps even going to other planets, perhaps warp drive technology, cruising the cosmos. To me, I think that's that's worth living than an imaginary God, because think about it. Unless a God could come down, that would be cool. But that's never gonna happen. And a personal experience of delusion is not gonna do anything. So um you can look at that it's both losing situation, but it's more winning situation, the atheist movement, the atheist way, because you create your own purpose and meaning in life from an imaginary purpose and meaning of life of an invisible God that's really not there. It's a fantasy fairy tale. Like I said, if there was a way to bring the God out, or if a God could appear at any time, yeah, but then again, you have to prove it created you. And it's impossible for God to come out because we live in a natural universe. I'll say 100% never will appear and never will be discovered in science because it's imaginary. I'm surprised so many people want a God to exist. I guess I can understand in that sense, but if you can't prove that, you live in a lie and you live in an imaginary. And to me, I don't see that's relevant and purposeful and secure, because God is for kids. Even for adults. To go in an imaginary place to be with your loved ones, but you have to make sense of it. You have to come to reality. I would hope people would have to come to reality. Some people just can't, but, I guess if the heaven was true, it'd be cool. But the downside about the heaven is you have to worship that God 24/7. And if you don't, it's going to fry your ass. And if you don't like religion or worshiping, well, it looks like that God failed in the first place because you were born not liking religion. So there's really so many ways that this God just can't exist. The only God that could exist would be like a deist God, but we live in a natural universe, and that God would have to have an explanation. And as far as we know, supernatural is just never going to be possible. I think what is possible is simulations, more of a universe of alien technology, of aliens that were extinct, and if there's some that's still alive way out there, the majority might be extinct with the updated Drake equation. All we have to do is find one alien microbe, and that could settle the debate that prove that there was life besides us. Because all we need is one alien microbe, and it's possible we can find that on Mars. We can find that in other planets, and that would actually prove that the aliens did exist before us and they were extinct. They said so. I always wonder myself, well, where are the fossils? The atmosphere was so harsh and cruel back then. They lived like we could have lived, like 10,000. Not saying we lived 10,000 years, but 10,000 is like, it's kind of funny they say that because we have humans a million fossils, but like in terms of a graph, even though there would be millions of years like humans have lived, but 10,000 would be, until the species come advanced technology. And if we're in a simulation, that there's three things that they said we cannot advance. Okay, the simulation is programmed, right? So think about it as the most sophisticated computer to program the whole universe, to program everything, to program how the cells will react, to program what the cells would do, to program how the evolution of twists and turns. So it's these ancient aliens that probably programmed our universe, and maybe they're in a simulation. other aliens are fucking with them. And there's computer code in the universe. So gods are out of the picture. It's aliens and their technology. That is what's going to be happening. I wish there was a God. That'd be cool. But then again, if there was a God, how would you know it was a God? You wouldn't know. I mean, and what God would it be? More likely, it's an advanced alien species of some sort that could do amazing things. You know? So, and let alone if there was a God, what is it doing? If it has no effect on the universe, which science is pretty much killed up. You know, no loss, no particle acceleration, no energy, no time. Like Lauren Krauss said, and Sean Carroll, we live in a natural universe, and other scientists. Then, if a God is in another place, which the theists would say, there's no point for that God. It has no effect on our universe. So that God is non-existent. It's an excuse to make a God. And I'm surprised that so many people want a God to exist. Because for me, a God just doesn't have to exist. It appears no burden on my life. Appears nothing on my life because I'm atheist. You know, like I said, if there was a God, it'd be cool. But how would you know? Where is it? And what is it doing? So all we have to do is find one alien microbe, and that would settle the debate that boom, aliens existed before us. And I believe we will find that. And if there are aliens out there, they might be just too far away. The ones that are extinct, you know, or maybe very close, or maybe it's vice versa. Or maybe we will find aliens. Or if they're not contacting us, they don't have interest in us, and they're putting like shields and where they can't communicate. And our technology, maybe we can't reach them because they have more sophisticated technology. And who knows if, you know, how advanced these aliens are. Maybe there's different alien races, you know, less advanced, super advanced, primitive. Maybe there's aliens that look like us. Maybe, and, you know, different, like aliens that look like the movie Aliens, and aliens that look like hybrids, maybe. And so I think that's what it is. So number one, computer code in the fabric of the universe, Dr. James Gates founds. Possible we live in a simulation. 2, illusions that we look at messes with our brain because our brain can't perceive that it's an illusion, you know, like these illusions, like you have like an illusion where you have something that looks curved, but you're moving away, it's straight, but your brain perceives it as curved even though it's straight. See, these aliens fucked with us. They programmed us. A perfect God would not have to deal with an illusion like that. Your brain would perceive everything, unless God would want to fuck with you. So, this is more going to lead to the simulation. 3, our technology will never get to an advanced high-tech state. It's because of the way that these aliens programmers programmed that. And they could have maybe programmed the evolution to work this way, you know? Just program the whole fucking universe. You have to think about this huge, the whole fucking universe programmed. Simulation that you can die in. The most realist simulation you can imagine. Programmed. The most advanced computer. The universe computer. Brain scans resemble the universe. All this is pointing to that, you know, there are programmers out there. I know the programmer is not God. in the verse is saying the programmer is some other alien race that was extinct and made our universe, and before that there was other universes, which actually on the cosmic microwave background, we saw another universe bumping, and we found parallel universe where time goes forward and backwards. Our universe, only time goes forward. Other universes go time forward and backwards. So yeah, this is the meaning and purpose to live for. This is mind-blowing shit. This is more mind-blowing than the invisible God that you feel you want secured and imaginary heaven to live and you think he created you. You understand that the sun solar flares created us, the whole organ of life, the simulation, and more, finding alien microbes, and finding the simulation, and going to other planets and warp drives. This is reality, folks, whether we're in the Matrix or not. This is our reality. And we can die in our reality. And if we die, this maybe the simulation ends, or maybe it reboots. You know, I think maybe it just ends. I don't think there's rebooting. You know, consciousness is particles. Think about it. Everything is particles. This is more freaky and amazing than any religion than the God did it. You know, than the God created the earth in 4 days, the universe in 4 days, which is totally ridiculous and false. And the earth is more than thousands of years old. And you have to have the sun for life, the plants. You can't have plants before the sun, and all the absurdities of religion. And the idea is God cannot exist in our universe. So that's your meaning and purpose, and that's greater than any false meaning and purpose, because the atheist way is the real meaning and purpose. You make your own. Peace out, folks.